You know,
and all of us.
for yourself.
Listen, it was one time. It was an honest mistake. I apologize. You're supposed to forget about it and never talk about it again.
Well, I mean,
I'm glad I missed that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it was fun though.
But you know what else is fun?
Yeah, I know we're live. That's why I went there.
I know. Popcorn and Pints is fun. And you know what? The Colonels are here. Yes, I'm calling us the Colonels.
The Colonels? Why the Colonels?
Popcorn?
Or pop.
Jesus.
Movies?
Colonels, not Colonels.
That's what I said.
I'm just in a fun mood tonight.
So, yeah, we're here. -1, which he will have a punishment because he decided it's more important for him to build his beautiful bond and relationship with him and his wife than it is to, be on the podcast with us and build. What about the bond we built? You know?
Literally 25 movies of them.
That's true. That's true. I like what you did there. But,
why am I up here?
Over 240 episodes. What is this? Episode 245? That's a bond. And someone decided that we weren't that important tonight. So fuck James. And yeah. Glad to be here tonight though. So how are you guys doing? Stories, how you doing, man?
My laptop's a piece of shit. I've had to restart it, and now I just lost connection again. So otherwise, doing just peachy.
Gamer?
I'm chilling, having a good time. Like Mick, for some reason, I've been in a great mood. Last night on my stream, somebody even noticed, was like, yo, what is going on? Why are you so happy and chipper? I was just like, just life, breathing.
I watched it last night. You were fucking terrible.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's only going to get worse.
No, he got all his yard work in.
I thought that's what you wanted. You wanted to be the worst.
Yeah, exactly. I told you.
I'm trying to give you a compliment then.
I said it's only going to get worse. That's why I said thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, then you're not currently the worst. You're on your way to becoming the worst.
Hey, man, you got to fake it till you make it. You got to fake it till you make it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I joined in on your stream. You were like camping on the top of a mountain.
Oh, we got the window. I got that clip.
I got that clip. But Mick, how's it going for you, man? How you doing?
Good. I didn't say I was doing good. I said I was in a weird mood. Means I'm gonna like tickle some fucking cats later.
So, in the a-hole.
Like you mean like cats?
No, not in the a-hole.
Brown eyes. He's gonna tickle some brown eyes.
I don't fuck with cats and dogs, and I don't stick anything in anybody's brown holes.
That's where James is. He's out in the woods tickling brown eyes.
Except for James. I will stick my finger in James's brown hole.
Well, that's how you check his temperature. He's your son.
Exactly. That's what you gotta do. It's warm again. Drink your milk.
This is getting off wild. Just right in the beginning. But hey,
I got a lot of. I need to be fun right now because I realize once we start talking, it's going to be like real fun conversation, but like more in a serious tone, I guess.
Yeah. Oh yeah, listen, man, I get it. We're gonna have some fun tonight. So before we get started, yes, we're gonna talk more shit about James.
Oh shit! Sorry, I turned that off because I thought I wasn't on the thing. I gotta figure out how to do it again.
Oh, the comments.
I fucked up.
If you get it figured out, I'll do it. But anyway, what was I saying?
Figure it out.
We're gonna talk shit about James and all that good stuff like we always do because he's not here. And again, he's not here because he thought it'd be more important to spend time with his wife than to spend time with us. Which, I mean, I would do the same depending on the situation.
Yeah, but
as far as
what makes it weird is that James makes his wife wear masks of our faces and interchange them. So he's never really looking at his wife's face. He's always looking at one of our faces, even though he's not here. That's what makes it weird.
That's true. It's very true.
I can't help it. Chris and I like to laugh at each other. I switched this on the panels.
I had to mute. I had to. Oh shit.
Sorry, buddy. I'll put you back.
Yes, the Colonels are here. 4 of us at least. The 5th one is again.
What's popping?
MIA. We're here. We're popping. See that? He's popping right there. But so before we get started, there's a wax figure we need to talk about that Mick showed us pre-show.
I didn't think it was real at first.
And yeah, Mick, can you please pull that up again, good sir?
Sure thing. So we all know what Kevin Hart looks like, right?
Yes.
Now watch this amazing wax figurine and tell us which one's which. Ready? Who's Kevin Hart?
Left.
Wrong.
Like that is so bad.
That looks more lifelike than even the real Kevin Hart.
It looks like Kevin Hart's stunt double.
You know what it looks like? It looks like back in the day, like a WCW Monday night. What was it? Nitro, whatever they called their Monday night show. Was it Nitro? Like him coming out and he was like he was getting ready to join the NWO. That's what it looks like to me. It looks. That's how he's dressed with that jacket and that chain. And it's bad.
He looks like he needs more torque for his motorcycle.
I feel like even stunt double was a strong word. This is just a person you have stand in the place of where Kevin Hart would be standing, so other actors can try to nail their.
This is the Tubi movie. That's like the Tubi movie version of Kevin Hart.
This looks like Kevin Hart really enjoyed the Super Bowl halftime show, and he really
this is the guy that walks around and
Black or Bad Bunny.
This is the guy that walks around and everyone tells him, "Hey, you know who you look like? Kevin Hart."
And he just believes it.
But nobody says it to him sober. They're always drunk when they say it.
Is Kevin Hart going to be in GTA 6?
They were saying Kevin Hart. They weren't talking about that one. They were talking about a whole different dude. There was the Kevin Hart, like, you know, in that dude's neighborhood.
He actually does. He does look like the one on the left does look like a character from GTA.
No, people tell him he looks like Kevin Hart. He's like the actor. He's like, no, I know this random guy named Kevin Hart. My mailman's named Kevin Hart.
Yep,
his name is Kevin Hart, spelt Heart. Oh my god, that is such a terrible.
That's bad. Like I would be so upset. Like, especially I don't know if you have to put money. I'm assuming you don't have to put money into it, but if you have to put money into it and then they come out with something like, yo, you gotta do that shit. Melt it and do it over.
Bro,
I don't.
This is Kevin Hart if he was from the Bronx and Dominican.
That's the Kevin Hart that never made it home from Jumanji.
Holy shit!
Listen. There's a lot of work that goes into these figures, but I don't know how you can put this figure next to a picture of Kevin Hart and be like, "We nailed it."
Bro, it kind of looks like the artist just got done watching that movie with Ice Cube and Kevin Hart, and then decided to start making a statue. And he combined both their faces together.
Just going off the memory of how he looked after that. Didn't even look at a picture or nothing.
That's Kevin Hart if he wanted to be in Boys in the Hood. Oh god. Shit. What is happening? He's wearing the same black shirt as Chris.
Oh shit! He got a bigger chain.
That shit is crazy though. That shit is crazy.
His
like
how? That's as crooked as mine.
How? Again, you got to melt that shit. Just put a big wick on it, melt it like a candle, and do that shit on over. Because that's disrespectful. If you guys if that's in Philly, that's real disrespectful.
I think it's in Tennessee, and all I'm gonna say is he kind of looks like a guy who would go and visit Shaggy for advice.
Maybe it is Shaggy. Are you sure this is supposed to be Shaggy?
No.
That's close to Genuine.
Yeah. Maybe that's what Kevin was going for.
They're like, Kevin Hart, we want to make a wax figure of you. Could you send somebody in? Yeah. He just sent this dude in.
That wax figure looks more like Kevin McAllister than it does Kevin Hart.
Oh my god! After Jim Carrey's last
Home Alone in the Hood.
If we see somebody looking like this showing up on, we know for sure they're replacing stars.
Yep.
He looks like a comedian that has to rush to his open mic in like 7:30. It's like, I'm gonna make it just like Kevin did.
Just like my namesake.
He looks like if Sturdy and Kevin Hart had a baby.
No,
That's
just
carrying
Like
the
an illegitimate child from like a high school relationship that's coming back looking for money now.
He looks like he went to college and tried real hard.
He looks like he was supposed to be in Rush Hour, but it ended up being in Sunday Cruise
He looks like he meant to be in a Rush Hour TV show.
on Tubi.
You know, they had a Rush Hour TV show on CBS for a little while.
I did not know that,
sounds
but
familiar.
They also
That's
made
like
a
a Tubi
Beverly Hills
version.
Cop pilot with Eddie Murphy in it.
Really?
Yeah, he played the father of the kid who moves to Beverly Hills and becomes a cop.
Oh wow.
I want to throw this out there, and I don't want to waste it on birthday picks, but I will if I have to.
In November?
Yeah, I'm just throwing this out there, just because we were just talking. Well, I brought up Tubi a few times. I want to review like one or two Tubi movies. Nothing, and I mean just some shit, like something that's ridiculous, nonsense bullshit, because we deserve it.
What's that Grinch movie that Johnny kept trying to sell us on?
I know who you're talking about.
How the Grinch stole bitches.
Yeah.
Oh,
This looks like the star of How the Grinch Stole Bitches.
Looks more like him. Yes, it does.
I
And it
forgot
does
about
Kevin
that.
Hart.
I want to watch that.
Yeah, we should do that this Christmas.
He looks like a guy who's going to star in Jew Woman G. I knew that bomb the second it came out of my mouth.
Bring that up for a second. Again, one more time, if you don't mind.
I don't know.
As different as this looks, how could you not get the hair right? One has...
It's completely different hairstyles.
Yeah.
One's a high top fade. One's needs a haircut.
One's the star of Central Intelligence. The other one's the star of Central fucking Perk. I don't know. God, I'm bombing. Let's move on. The jokes have started. I've hit my limit. I'm not great at this.
Bill and Ted cartoon on Fox Kids. I've never seen that.
Yeah, I remember that.
I remember.
That was
And the
around the
Back
time
to
of
the
like Bobby's World and all that stuff.
There's the Jay and Silent Bob cartoon, too.
That's true. The Clerks cartoon was fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That was like a precursor to the Family Guy and all that stuff.
Oh, I've never seen it.
You should. It's fun. They're coming back with another one.
No surprise.
I don't know if it's Clerks, but it's another Jay and Silent Bob movie.
I know they're doing something.
I think it's like a sort of a sequel to the Strikes Back because they did Reboot and they're doing another one. So
I know Darkwing Duck was supposed to be making a comeback again. Did that ever happen?
Seth Rogen's working on that, I think.
Oh, nice.
that's my favorite superhero. I'm down.
That's what's
Like
up.
I love Spider-Man. I love Superman, but Darkwing, man, he's so cool.
It's been so long.
My fetish is women on OnlyFans that dress up like Darkwing Duck.
Of course.
I wonder if that's a thing. I wonder if that's real.
Everything's real. It's written across. You might as well have written it on your forehead. I could see it as soon as.
Listen, if it's not real, someone's gonna hear that, and there you go. Boom.
What is it? Rule 34 or something like that?
Yeah, if it exists, there's a porn version of it.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh boy. I'm not okay with this. This is getting. There's a sexy Darkwing Duck, and I'm kind of into it. Not gonna lie. Oh shit, guys, I gotta go.
Looks like you already did.
Well, before Mick goes backwards and forwards on himself, I think we should dive into Tenet and.
Well, we know which movie you like the most.
Tickle some brown eyes.
We'll see.
We're starting with Tenet? Okay.
Yes, sir. Seeing as how James isn't here, I'll kick it off with you. Stories. What do you give Tenet?
I'll give it a 9.
9? Okay. Gamer?
9.5.
Nick?
Before I watched it again for tonight, it was an 8. It is now a 10.
Nice. I'm actually with you on that, Mick. It's a 10 for me too.
I'm not gonna lie, this is something I would easily watch again to see what I didn't comprehend the first time.
And it's worth it, I think, watching this like a few times.
I'm probably gonna end up watching it again tonight or tomorrow.
You're going to pick up on so much, just like Inception too. Like even watching this, I've seen the movie like a dozen times.
Mhm.
Watching it for this, like I've picked up on more new stuff in Inception. And this is my second watch of Tenet, and I picked up a lot more.
This is the first time I've watched Tenet at all.
Same here.
Yeah.
I'll say for both are first time watches. Both are movies, and I know we're gonna say it when we talk about, but both are movies that I feel
They are both.
you could watch. Shut up, man. They're both movies you could watch multiple times, and like Mick was saying, pick shit up. I know that for like just from watching this one alone, and I'll even go back to the movie we reviewed on Horror Research 30 this past Thursday with Together. Even though I'm not putting on the level of either one of these films, but as far as like the way that the story is, the way that movie is, you could watch it a couple more times and probably pick up on a few more things. I do love when movies do that because then it's that right there. I feel like it's automatic. I won't say it's worth the late fees, but it's automatic worth a rewatch or two.
Both these movies are class acts, man. They're masterpieces. I was running around the house, especially watching Inception. And I was like, babe, oh my God, the fucking layers. This thing is so deep. She's like, what? This and this. And then you could correlate it to this and then think about this. And she was like, wow.
And what's cool about that too, though, gamers, how you're saying that, I like how both movies did that in their own ways. Like, as far as with the multiple layers, with it like telling the story within the story, within the story, within the story, but also telling the same story in different ways and different versions. One's like a fucking dream scenario, and one's kind of a time jump-ish, but not really time jump-ish. Mm-hmm. And they both work so fucking well. And honestly, they're like perfect movies to pair up together because holy shit, but fuck. It honestly, like, as much as I'm happy that this is my first time watch for both of these movies, I wish it was my second or third just because just conversation-wise, like picking up more on like, yo, I've seen this movie such and such at a time, and then such and such a time, and I've seen these movies again now, and I picked up this, and this. But just watching it for the first time, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck did I just watch? I'm glad I didn't watch those back to back. Because had I watched those back to back, even though I know they were different movies and different stories, there's so many similarities in them to where if I watch them back to back, I can almost see myself getting things mixed up with it in a way, because they're told in a similar way, but at the same time not the same at all. It's weird and it's fucking awesome. I don't know how to explain it. I love the cinematography in both of these movies. I thought that was just beautiful. I thought that was perfect. I thought it was needed. I feel like, just because I just want to get this out the way, I felt like the writing, the acting, the storytelling, everything they did for all that, just beautiful for both films. But yeah,
Christopher Nolan has a structure.
Since we're talking about Nolan, before we get to Tenet, I do want to ask, because we're rewatching all of Nolan. So far we've seen Memento, Insomnia, Dunkirk, The Prestige, Inception, and Tenet, right? What do you guys, so far out of the ones we've watched this year, what's your favorite? And that might change. I'm not, because the Dark Knight and Batman Begins are coming up during our Batman and Superman rewatch.
What did we watch again? What did we already watch again?
We watched Memento, Insomnia, The Prestige, Inception, and Tenet, and Dunkirk.
I was always in the camp of, hey, Memento and Insomnia are 100% fucking like, yo, you must watch these movies. But now that we're even deeper in, especially never experiencing Tenet and watching it at this time, and then this being, I don't know, my maybe 10th, 8th time watching Inception, and I just watched it recently, like a month or two ago, and I watched it again. And it was still picking up stuff, like you said, and it's tough. I think these two are going to be tough to beat going on forward, man. I feel like these are going to be them for me.
And so far, Inception is my favorite.
I see, and I have a 3-way tie, honestly, and it's Inception. It's these two and The Prestige. I fucking love The Prestige. Like,
Prestige
and honestly, with Prestige, that's another one of those movies to where you could watch that shit. Like those 3 movies right there, you could watch multiple times and get something different out of it, get something more out of it. And maybe
I think every one of his movies you can do that.
You can.
Yeah.
And what's impressive?
I feel like with those, because I mean, I'll say for two out of the 3 that I'm talking about, I gave them 10s. And the way that they just told the story and all that stuff too, it's something that you wouldn't mind going, like, 1, just to see different things or whatever you miss and to pick up on it, and 2, because you wouldn't mind just hearing the story, watching the story, vibing with the story again, all that stuff. Like that's amazing.
No. Yeah, I think The Prestige, personally, I think is his best film because it's his most completed.
Is it your favorite though?
I think this one's climbing. Tenet. I'm gonna watch it like 2 or 3 more times because it's up there now that I have like a better grasp on it. Because I think I didn't like it the first time, because it was 2020 and the world was like all over the place, and it was just like kind of like I didn't understand the inversion side of it. But now that I realize that you don't like they explain the inversion, stop there, stop trying to understand it. Once they explain it, it's supposed to be about feeling, and you're supposed to follow the story. Yeah. Once I did it for this watch, I was like, you know what? This is a good fucking movie. And you know me, I'll talk about my little sort of theory in a bit, but I just this one floored me. But Inception is so, you know what it is? Inception for me technically is an amazing film. The fact that they use the music the way they do, and it's all layered in each dream, because that's the same song sped up on each level. Like Hans Zimmer to step in and do stuff like that. Like that is such a brilliant. That is such a brilliant movie. But let's stick to Tenet. I know, but we still have Interstellar, Dark Knight series. We have fucking Oppenheimer.
I mean, if we go by right now, as far as my favorites, and I feel like as far as like something I guess I would go to more often, I'm not gonna lie, it's Batman. I'm not saying they're the best.
Yeah, but it's Batman.
But it's, as far as my favorite, I've seen them already a few times, and we're going to be going through them again, so I'll be watching them again, and I would watch them again. I would watch these, like, the thing is, I'm probably more likely to watch Batman than these movies again, but I would watch these again. It's just a matter of if I would. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm actually going to do it. But these are definitely better movies. Like, I can't lie and say they're not just because I'm a bigger fan of.
Oh, no, I think The Dark Knight is his second best movie of all time.
Really?
Oh yeah,
I think that one usually gets ranked as like his first. I think.
You know what it is?
I think The Prestige is better personally.
I haven't seen it in quite a few years, and these movies, it's more of a recency bias, I guess, as well.
That's fair. We're gonna watch them next month. So
which I can't. I'm so excited.
This is so for Tenet, and Christopher Nolan has a way of doing this with all his movies. Like he has a structure, but he can tailor it to each movie, which is insane because it keeps you guessing throughout the movie, but in like the same pattern he would with other movies, but specific to the story. And it's super impressive. But for Tenet, like as this is a first time watch, yes, the inversion gets a little confusing. Like they bring in the characters, they establish the relationships, you start to understand the story. But I think when it really hit me, when you get to the end and they bring this thing fucking full circle and you find out the protagonist is the one that fucking started Tenet. Robert Pattinson's was recruited by him. I'm like, holy fuck. And like it just all comes together.
In such a I agree, in such a great way too.
And he's taken out the loose ends. Like he takes out Priya before she tries to take out the teacher.
Yep.
It's funny you say the loose ends, right? Because I feel like he has this deep understanding, his finger on the pulse of what exactly is a moment and the threads that make up a moment with all of the things that cause the next effect and all of these things. And he goes back and isolates and shows you how the story built, which each person, and in this movie Tenet, with the reversing and everything, that's literally the whole premise. Like you get to watch, and it's like a prediction. Now you know what to do, but he's just so fucking good.
By the time you
Nolan's dick right now, damn.
And by the time you realize, like he comes to realize he was the one in charge, you as the watcher are realizing, like you figure out a future version of himself told Robert Pattinson to go back and get himself involved.
Mhm.
Like that just adds a whole new fucking layer. Like what the fuck was going on there?
And what did he have to do to? Because remember, in version like we were talking about, it's still the same amount of time. It's not instantaneous. Like you have to go back in time, but you have to walk through that time. So when you get to where you want to be, now if he met the protagonist years in the future, that means he had to take a long time to come back and do this to meet with him. And that another great portion of that, because even if it's a year, you have to travel a year to the point you want to get to and live that a certain amount of time. It really is like this everything about this movie this time around, understanding it better, really, like, and not worrying about the inversion. I think that was the big thing for me, is like not trying to understand the inversion, understanding the story is where I was at. And it made me appreciate this a lot more.
I see what you're not understanding the inversion, because it gets a little confusing. I like at the very least they started small with just like ammunition.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they're in the opera house, you see a bullet come out and it almost tags. What's the actor's name? Denzel Washington's son.
John David Washington.
John David Washington. And then they just kind of build from there on that theory throughout the movie. One of my favorite scenes is when they go in to getting into the Freeport. They're like, they want to crash the plane. I'm like, this is fucking insane.
It is.
Yeah.
And the way they do it is amazing. But they go, like, him and Robert Pattinson go in, and then like I'm going to the full circle moment. Like he gets in the fight with the guy that's the inverted version of who you think is just a Sato guy or somebody fighting him. And then you find out later in the movie he's fighting the inverted version of himself.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I love
Robert Pattinson let the guy go after he ripped the mask off. There's that quick scene where he's like, he grabbed the mask and saw him in the hallway and then just came back and ended up letting him go. And you see at the tail end of that, when they bring that full circle, that it was Washington again.
Yeah.
You bringing that scene up reminds me of so when he does let him go in the beginning of the movie, when he's talking about it, he says, I took care of him, or I took care of it, or whatever the case may be. And like right there, I was like, there's something fishy going on. He's lying, but I don't know why. I don't know if he's lying for a good reason or a bad reason. You gotta watch him. You gotta watch this dude. But yeah, no, the payoff was fucking
the payoff at the end when you find out, like connecting the two, like that's such beautiful, like to touch, like it clears so much up once you get there. And even the inversion fighting and the fact that they're training because they have to train how to fight backwards, and like and seeing the fight play out, like when it first happens and he's shooting the glass. Oh my God, it's so well choreographed, and everything really plays out so freaking well in this. Like the soldiers that are inverted, that are storming the lair.
Yep.
They're like running a little slower because they're trying to run through time. Like just everything about it just is so well thought out.
And then, like, because of the rules of time, making sure you don't come in contact with yourself or anything like that, and physically touch, especially at that moment when they're running down that hallway, they know that. So the directions they go mattered as well. So that's why he got Denzel Washington's son.
Yep.
And he ended up getting the other guy, the Robert Pattinson, because had they been chasing themselves in this altercation, that could have been a time rift or whatever. It's so fucking amazing.
But we're not giving any credit to the brilliance of Kenneth Branagh as the fucking villain.
Oh, amazing.
He chewed out, and I love Kenneth Branagh, great director, I love his Shakespeare stuff. He was also in Dunkirk, as we were talking about and such. Just amazing actor. The guy who directed the first Thor, stepping in and doing this, and just
Did he direct Thor?
he directed the first Thor. That's why it was very regal and very Shakespearean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and like the whole ballroom scene and everything, that's him.
Mhm.
Like if you watch his Hamlet, which I think is worth it, I would fucking fall over if we made a Shakespeare wheel, but that's just me. I'm not going to beg for it because I realize, but he's like the quintessential film director of Shakespeare, in my opinion. He's done so many and they're so great, but he was also in the Harry Potter movies. Remember he played that con man teacher they had? I can't remember his name. Where he was.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was that guy. But in this, like,
Not Sirius Black, right?
No. That was Gary Oldman.
Is this the one that wrote the books, the fake stories?
Yes, he was like kind of the hero. Everybody loved him. But it was
I can't
fake.
think
It
of the
wasn't
name, but yeah.
real. That was him, and just everything he brings to him. And then you watch this, where he is viciously bad, but you can't help but be like, yeah, charmed by him. It's so crazy. I gotta give him, and like what's her name? Deb I forgot her name.
The actress that plays Kat.
Yes, I can't remember her name at the moment, but like Elizabeth Debicki. Yeah, she's in a lot of stuff too. Very good. Everybody he picked such a great cast for this.
Mm-hmm.
And what did I tell you about Robert Pattinson?
Oh, he was amazing.
Everybody's on the Twilight train. I'm like, no, watch this dude. He's so good.
No. I got past that after I seen the Batman.
Maybe it was James I was bitching about.
Yeah, that was James, and he decided not to show up.
No, Robert Pattinson was really good. Christopher Nolan, he's
like everybody just kind of knows him from Twilight or whatever.
That's the
so much more.
For me. I mean, for me now it's now it's Tenet, the Batman, and I'll say Harry Potter. I forgot which ones it was, but
Mickey 17
in the fourth one.
Mickey 17 from last year was very funny, and he was very good in it. That's where they keep killing. Every time he dies, they clone him, and he's sort of an industrial worker.
I haven't seen that one. I knew that he was
so good. And then there's two movies I think all three of you would really like, and I promise I'll shut up. Good Time, and what was the other one? Cosmopolis or whatever. Those two movies he does really well, and Good Time is a great it's a Safdie brothers movie. So early Safdie brothers too. He just kills it in everything he's in. In this movie, to see him play a different type where he's a little more comedic, he's more charming of a guy to a more stoic protagonist in John David Washington. I think it adds to it, because I think the thing that, and I still won't take it down because I still think it's a great thing. John David Washington seems like while he was acting, he felt like the performance he was putting forth felt like his confidence might have been shaken a little bit with all of these actors he's in, because he's carrying this movie, and he'd only been in a handful of movies before this.
I was gonna say, yeah, he's not all over the place.
He's very he's very reserved and such, but in such a great way. And like I loved him on that Rock show where he played the football player. The Rock was Ballers. Yeah, he was very good on that. I actually enjoyed. I wish they followed him more than The Rock, but he's a fantastic actor, and he's been in a lot of stuff. But this movie, I really feel like, as reserved as he is in this, he really shines. And I don't know why we don't see him in more. You should watch him in The Creator, which was an $80 million film, and I think it rivals fucking Avatar in its visual effects. And it's a better movie, story-wise.
What's the name of that one?
It's called The Creator. He plays it's in the future. He's trying to protect the little girl who's AI. It's a whole thing. It's worse than nobody went to see it. And it was $80 million to produce that. It's wild. And you'll see why I'm freaks me out every time.
We were talking about Sato, the villain, and before we went live, we were talking about the James Bondness feeling to this dude, and it does feel a little bit like a James Bond villain, but in a different way. because and like I'm watching this guy. You eventually learn he's dying. He's got cancer, incurable cancer, and he wants to take the world with him because if he can't have it,
No one can.
no one can. But they established that, and it didn't dawn on me when they did. He establishes that feeling, that sentiment with his wife, Kat. Like,
Mhm.
it's like, why does he want to kill you? Because if he can't have me, no one can. I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck, man. And then when they got to the point of the world, I'm like, holy fuck. Like, he's just
Yeah.
that vengeful.
Tell me when I can go on my tear because I'm going in my theory.
It feels, I want to hear it. I think this is a good time.
All right. First of all, I got to thank this show for letting me watch every James Bond movie so I could come to this theory. After we watched them, now I had only seen maybe a handful of James Bond movies the first time I watched this. Tenet. Watching it now, I swear to you, my theory is that he did not get hired because and this is just from what I understand, he had applied, he wanted to work on it after Skyfall with Daniel Craig, but he wanted to do like a 3-picture arc. And Daniel Craig didn't want to do that. He wanted to kind of be out after Skyfall. So he didn't get the job. There might have been other levels to it. But in my opinion, I think he got annoyed by that and made this movie. And the beautiful part about it is it's a James Bond movie through and through, but inverted, because every decision that the protagonist makes would be the exact opposite of what James Bond would make. He would sleep with the woman. He would piss off the villain instead of going with him. The villain would want money or something like that, some sort of MacGuffin, rather than destroy the world out of greed. Like, he was an even more vicious villain, unlike the cartoon villains we get. John David Washington, Black American, working with the British. And, usually it's the white Brit who goes over and works with like the American.
He has an American that works with him and gets killed.
Felix. well, that's the thing too. Felix is always played by somebody different.
Yeah.
Robert Pattinson sort of plays that Felix character in this, but he's a very recognizable face.
Yeah.
So to me, like, you had the M character of Michael Caine, you had the Q character with what's her name, Clemence Posey, who's teaching him about inversion. The inversion's just the sci-fi MacGuffin. We don't even really need to understand other than what they explain, and they do explain it pretty well. It did take me 2 times to listen and learn, so like keep watching it. But the way every beat that plays out in this plays out like a James Bond film from beginning to end. There's not just the lavish locations, but all the tropes that go into it, all the way down to the storming of the base with the entire like army that they had. Every aspect of it. Aaron Taylor Johnson was great in this. At the end when he was helping him fight. So like my theory is that like this was his James Bond, but he did it so different. It's its own special thing. But I would 100% love to see him direct the James Bond now.
Oh, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
So fuck you, Amazon, for not giving him final cut.
Yep.
I may have to agree with you on that, because even in watching Inception, it's like I can understand that, because if he gets to the point, because this movie came out like 10 years after Inception, right? Skyfall came out when?
2016, I think.
So he was mustering for 4 years after he got denied the opportunity to do the thing he always wanted to do. And here's why I say that, because in Inception, the layers of the dreams and stuff and the constructions that they make are very like city-like with James Bond. There's areas like the hotels and sophistication, and there's the clothing, the dressing, and then also on top of it, look at like The Last Dream, right? You go through the tiers of the cityscape, right? They're on the plane, they're in the cityscape, then they're what was the next thing after the cityscape? The hotel, and then the very last thing was like a tundra and an army base that they go and they blow up. You know what I mean? It's like a fucking Bond movie.
Oh yeah, 100% Inception. There's Bond influence in Inception. Because again, like these British directors and all the British actors and stuff, like that's their hero.
Oh yeah.
James Bond's who everybody wants to play and such. So, and his Spectre came out in 2015, so it was probably after Spectre that he wanted to do it, because No Time to Die was 2021. But like you're right, like these two movies have such James Bond quality to them. But this one, in my opinion, more so because it does structure itself in the story more like James Bond, whereas Inception is just, when we get to that, as
by the way, I just and again, I think when Amazon took the James Bond rights, like there was talk, I think they wanted Christopher Nolan. I'm pretty sure I read, but they wouldn't give him final cut, as they're like, Jeff Bezos has his head so far up his own ass that they're like, nope, no thanks.
that's why they wanted the Barbara Broccoli and her brother out, because they had been producing them for so long since their dad died, and he was pissed. He didn't want to have to answer to them because they had sort of the final say of what this could be. And I fear it a little bit. I fear what they're going to do with it, because now I see like what Amazon's doing with Sherlock, and like they made a young Sherlock and all this shit.
They would likely want to build some kind of universe that is not everything needs a universe.
I'm fucking tired, but it has one. That's the thing. Like James Bond has a universe. Why do we need to build that out? Just do the movies. That's what people want to see. That's what people like.
Just because we're talking about it, would Bond work as a series?
I mean, it could, but we're still
live action series.
Fun though.
Because how many books are there?
A lot.
And people
they didn't make all the books.
And people are remaking shit all the time. So if you were going to make it into a series, you could span a book out over a series probably. But one throwaway line, as we're still talking about Tenet, that didn't dawn on me until the very end. Kat, because she gets sent away or with her son off the yacht in Vietnam from Sado, sees another girl jumping off the yacht, and maybe she must have been telling this story to John David Washington or something at some point. It's like saying that she envied the girl that jumped off because at least she had her freedom. And then at the end, you find out it was actually her, the inverted version of her. Like, that's fuck. Like,
there's a lot of layers.
There's so many layers into this for every character. That's the thing.
And it's so well told. Again, like kind of going with that inverted version of her to a James Bond. And now this is more loose because most spy movies have that relationship with a woman. It's usually romantic in some way, even if it's just sexual. But this was like just straight up, like he's doing his job.
Yeah.
He's not trying to focus on, like, he cares about her, but not even in a romantic sort of way. It's like, I want to help her. Like he's a protagonist. He's a true protagonist.
Yeah. So. One part I was going to say I like that. It was towards the end when they were in, what room were they in? I think they were in that room where the thing that spins, and they come running out. The dude came running out with the mask on and all that shit.
Yep.
But it was before they went in there when protagonist, he was looking at his arm. He's like, my arm's bleeding. Because you seen the little bullet hole in there.
Oh, when they're getting ready to run into the Freeport, I think.
That was dope.
And then when he's holding him down in the thing, that's how you find out, because his arm hurts.
Yeah, because that's when he got stabbed from the first fight.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good. And I want to give credit to Wes Chatham, who played. He was just a SWAT guy in this, but Wes Chatham was awesome as Amos on The Expanse, and it was cool to see that he was in this.
Nice.
Another show everybody should watch.
They did an excellent job with this movie, from cast, just everything. I have zero complaints about this movie. I had such a good time.
I want to watch this again now that I know where everyone ends up and how involved they were. But if you're my advice for the person that's watching this for the first time, like I just watched it, you want to watch it, you're gonna feel confused. But when you get to the end, you're gonna be like, holy fuck, I was confused for half the movie, but they just tied it together in a mind-blowing way that I still understand.
And this is one of those movies too. I wouldn't call it like a slow burn, but it's still, to get to the end, it's kind of a slow burn-ish, but it was so fucking worth it. It was so worth, like, I guess you can say the slow burn part was more so not even the visuals, but more so of the story, the actual story that was going on, because it was building with action and everything that was going on in the movie. Everything that you've seen was important until you get to not until you get to the end, but then at the end you're just like, oh my fucking goodness. Once you see how everything's like rewinding and going back and forth and crossing over and shit,
Oh,
you're like,
yeah.
holy shit, what the fuck?
Can we take a moment and talk about those car chases?
Oh, the reverse car chases.
Oh my god, that action was insane.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, when he's on the fire truck and he's got to go over and cut in and like, that whole sequence was amazing.
That
The
might be
action-
one of my favorite, as far as like that action type thing with vehicles. That might be one of my favorite things with multiple vehicles, just the things they were doing with it. That was impressive. That was very freaking impressive.
Tying together the handoff just before they stopped for the crash and everything, and you
Yep.
didn't see it before. He threw the case, but threw the thing in the back of the car that was in the middle, and then it turned out he was fucking driving it.
Mhm.
Dude, when the doors are tapping, he's got to jump, but it's so like it gets you because you're like, oh my god, make it! What are you doing?
And then pushed the brake with his hand. I'm like, holy, what the fuck?
I think, and this just dawned on me. It's the idea of you're watching these scenes play out, and you're so focused on the main character in the scene that they're telling the story for. You're seeing what's going on around him and what he's reacting to, but then to bring it back later in the movie from the point of view of what he was reacting to. It's himself in the car that gets flipped over in the scene. Like, holy fuck, man. It's like it just the way they bring full circle. That's the word I keep coming back to for this movie.
It's so good.
Ah.
Oh, I love this so
Oh,
much.
so many little things. Like you could even be like the saying, "Hey, ain't nobody coming to save you but yourself." And it, like, for him, it's true. You know what I mean? He's his own guardian angel throughout this whole fucking movie. Oh, it's crazy. And then that final conversation that him and the partner have, that Robert Pattinson have, it was like, man, it's almost like, he's off to become like a guardian angel. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, you recruited me. I was your disciple. Oh shit! Like, it's crazy. There's so many.
He's like, we get into some good times. You're gonna enjoy it.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
and then I'll
and
see
then
you in
like,
the begining. And then it's like, wait a second. In the beginning, we're going to see each other again, and we're going to go back. And then how does the Bible start? In the beginning. I was like, yo, that shit's fucking crazy. There's so many weird nuances.
I was just going to bring that. I like that little part. I like that part too. I was like, holy shit. So he's saying that goodbye. This is the last time I'm going to see you. Like, this version of me is going to see you.
But we'll see you again.
I will see you again. You're going to recruit me and all this stuff. I'm just like, holy shit. This is the beginning and all. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, everything's a cycle. Bro, it's crazy. It's crazy. I love it.
Dude, there was
fucking genius. He's a visionary.
Oh my god. Even the inversion theory is a real theory.
Mm-hmm.
Of like, I guess microbes or something that can travel. They can travel back and forward and backward in time or something. And again, I just read a little bit on it, but it was like a real theory, I guess they have. And to take it and make a movie like this that really deep dives into it, it's so wild.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. And then fuck, man. And then Inception, same nature. Like, oh man, to think about all the different types of things in this with the manipulations and the thoughts and dreams. And I love these two movies.
Yeah.
I'll just say this is a movie when I go to watch it a second time, I'll probably up it to a 10.
I was like, wait, if I gave the other two 10s, I definitely enjoyed these more and I got more out of them. And I want to watch this one several more times for sure. So this one can definitely be a 10. Inception can definitely be a 10 as well.
Okay. I was
taking nothing away from the other two, but again, just for me, like, I'm vibrating, like, I'm fucking excited. These movies.
I get it.
I guess just reading up on it, the first century Latin Satyr Square, which inspired the film's title, as well as the two characters. So the characters, Satyr was a character, of course. Arepo was a character. Tenet is the title. Palindrome. Then Opera, which had a big opera scene, and then Rotaz is the security company that Satyr uses, but Rotaz is Satyr spelled backwards.
Mm-hmm.
So like, there's so many like palindromes and anadromes that they use in this that just makes it the inversion style work so well.
Christopher Nolan does his fucking job.
He does.
He really does. We're about to see that with the next movie, I think, even more.
Yeah. Now, does anybody have anything else they want to say about Tenet before we jump on to
I
Inception?
know. I think we should move on.
Open-minded. Please go into this with an open mind. If you
Yeah.
haven't seen it, if you have seen it, watch it again. Have an open mind. Look at it as a spy movie. Don't worry about the science of it too much. Just sort of feel it out.
Watch it twice
Yeah.
Agreed.
Like
Agreed.
again, I
At least.
wish
at
Like,
least.
for both of these movies, I wish I had the time this week. Well, this past week, I should say, to watch them a couple times before the pod because. Just because again, I would have seen. I know I would have seen a lot more things. But okay, yo, this, just from the last 3 days that I watched it. But
To add on what Mick said, definitely keep that open mind because even right now in science with quantum physics, they are doing things and finding things that they cannot explain, but they have data for and quantifiable things. So just go into this with as open of a mind as you can because this whole movie plays in that space right there.
Yeah.
And put your phones down for both.
Yeah,
of
you need to.
down. Don't even pretend you don't even have a phone. Put that shit on vibrate and put it to the side.
Put it in your
to
butt.
Understand the science behind it. Just know that there's data there. You know what I mean? Like something's real there.
But let's dive into these ratings really quick.
Hold on. When do we spin the wheel for James's punishment?
That'll be towards the end, like when we're
Okay,
done
okay.
talking about the movie. So, what do you give this one? Stories for
10.
Inception?
10. This is my
10?
favorite Nolan movie we've watched so far. And this was a
Nice. And
second time watch for me. So I understood it even better.
Gamer, you said you gave both these movies a 10. So, Mick, what about
10.
you? Sir?
10.
Okay. Yeah, I gave these a double 10 tonight too. These were some excellent films and just like great to watch together. I'm gonna say it again. I wish I would have seen them more. Like, I'm glad it was my first time watch. As far as like, holy shit, you know when you watch a movie for the first time and it's really fucking good and it feels good to see it for the first time, but then it's like for a movie like this, because we're having a conversation about it. I wish this was like my third or fourth time watching both of these things, just for that matter. But still, like, Nolan, you did your thing on this.
You know what's funny is Leonardo DiCaprio. He's never a draw for me. Like I kind of don't care for him. I don't really care for him as a person. But every time I go to watch his movie, I'm like, I fucking like this movie.
He's so good. He's good in everything.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Yeah, I don't really care about him either as a human being, like whatever. But every time I see him, like you're right. Every time I see him in a movie, I'm like, he fucking delivers though.
Yeah.
You know, even if it's a bad movie, I'm like, he's still the one delivering.
Yeah. Dude, but this was a second time watch for me, even though the first time I watched it was probably the year this came out. So I had the idea, I remembered the idea of what this was about and everything. So I understood this still. However, when did the Inception come out?
2010, I think.
2010, yeah.
Okay. So even 16 years later, I still knew what it was about. And I'm like, I understood it even more. I'm like, fuck, man, this is just so goddamn deep. And the cast they put together in this was fucking fantastic. Love Tom Hardy, Cillian Murphy,
yeah.
Elliot Page,
yeah. Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Like everyone played their role awesome.
And the whole way down. Like Tom Berenger was in this, and like I love Tom Berenger from back in the day, but you don't see him in much anymore. And to see him in this I'm like, he's still delivering though. Like every bit of it, all of it he's still delivering. Yeah, they do such a great job. Even from the opening, when he surprises him and he's like, "This isn't your dream. This is my dream, Mr. Sato."
Yep.
They come in and they grab him.
Yeah, like, I can see how first time watch this is gonna confuse the shit out of you for the first half hour. Until they start, I feel like until they start talking about the idea of Inception, I'm like, this makes so much crazy sense. Like, where is an idea born? Can you put that into somebody? Like, it's just like, and then you're just kind of thinking throughout this movie, but still watching it. You're like, this is just crazy.
There's a CIA tactic where you can manipulate somebody by giving them ideas, by praising their ideas. And that's sort of what they do here. Like they go into his mind and to plant the idea, they're like making him a member of the team and trusting of them. And like, but yeah, throughout this, like in Cillian Murphy, I mean, the fucking guy. He's playing like, I don't even know what he is in this. He's just sort of a side character. He's not the bad guy. There is no real bad guy in it, except for maybe the dad.
Sturd-O, if you think about it,
is he though? He helps.
He helps, but he's trying to steal part of the family empire. This is the
But
reason.
why is he? They tell you in the movie he's doing it because they're trying to become a monopoly and take over the world's energy. And he's like, I don't want to do. I want. We all need to make money. Yes, I granted, but
true.
You know, if they control,
that's not a good position to be in, even though
Yeah.
breaking it up benefits him.
Yeah.
But
I mean, we kind of see what happens if one thing controls all the energy,
Yeah.
right? So, like, you know, like, so in fact, that made me appreciate the fact that that's it more now. Like, now that I have a visual understanding, in a weird way, but like, yeah, Sato to me, he never comes like, but that's the thing. They're written so well. Nobody comes off as like a bad guy. It's just,
I kind of feel like he's the lesser of the two evils. You know what I mean? Like he's going to be the next head on the serpent, but at least it's not going to be the end of the world type deal. You know,
I can see what you're saying, but you don't know where.
I mean, he's like Yakuza, bro. Like he's fucking like they're scared of him for a reason.
Well, no, they're not running from him. They're running from another company.
I know, but they're worried about him because they're very powerful people that you do not want to.
Oh yeah, you don't want to fuck with them. Like
you know what I mean?
I get that, but like if in that instance, and it was to kind of jump on this real quick. No offense for taking over, but to me, Cobb is like the bad guy in this, but he's not a bad guy. You know, he's our protagonist, but like he's also the antagonist because he's the thief. And I was watching this with Jack, my youngest. And the thing I love about Jack is he's really into movies, so he wants to try and understand them. And so I was explaining to him this is a heist film. Through and through, you can't look at this as like this type of thriller. It's a heist film. Everybody plays their part. It's beautifully done. He imagines, you know, they make it perfect. And I was comparing it to other heist movies. And I was like, you got to look at it this way with these characters and why they're doing it. And like, but everything is answered for in this movie. It was such an easy way to explain to a 9-year-old what a heist film is with this film because it is spelled out for you in a beautiful way.
I did not even think of it in terms of specifically calling it a heist film, but yeah, they build a team. Everyone has their role. We've seen numerous movies.
The main characters,
and they're always building a vault or a maze to give them time to break into to get that information out and extract it.
Yeah. Yeah, the only thing, the vault is dreams. And just play the way they play it off. Like you have to go into his dream, to go into his dream, to go into her dream, to go into his dream, to plant the idea. Oh,
it's like a brain VPN.
And then to find that, and the kicker again, to bring this back to, if you didn't understand the movie up until this point, you get to your oh shit moment where Leonardo DiCaprio says he knows Inception works because he did it to his wife. Like, holy fuck.
That to me, that's what, like, and the fact that he's the leader of the heist, but can't know anything about the heist because his subconscious is going to destroy the heist.
Yeah.
And just the freaking layers, man. Like, and the fact that like he has to let her go. You know, let me ask you this: is the end? The big thing about the end is because it's left open ambiguously. Is he still dreaming?
Top?
It wobbled a little bit just before the screen cut off, and then the way the music makes it sound, I don't know.
But that's the beauty of it. You can kind of pick your own. Like there are times like when I watch this movie, I'm like, what if he's in jail for killing his wife, but he's like knows how to slip into dreams, and this is like his dream to kind of make him redeem himself.
Wow.
You know, but that's not anything that exists or is out there. It's just something I kind of threw out there for me. That kind of adds a different layer. Like maybe these are all dreams, and he's in prison because his wife.
And this is how he's getting through his sentence until he can see his kids again.
I sort of walk away from that a little bit though, because it kind of reminds me of Shutter Island with Leo.
Okay,
but
yeah, another good ass movie.
Yeah,
what got me, because again, this was my first time watching for this movie as well. So the whole dream scenario confused the fuck, because I'm like, hold up.
Ooh,
Especially when it was like a dream within a dream within a. I'm like, whoa, slow down.
man.
What's going on here?
With the
And it's
ending,
a
with
dream
what
and shit.
Rick said, then it could be a possibility that he's the one who loved the world so much and stood in it and has been in a dream the whole time, and his wife is the one out in the real world with the kids.
I don't think so. Think you're overthinking it. Think about the connection of the parents.
No, I know. I just like to play devil's
But
advocate.
that's
Little
this
things we
movie.
can reach with.
That's this movie. You have to watch it multiple times.
Yeah, because the whole situation at the end was him having to accept the fact that she's a figment of his mind, not the actual woman, because she jumped off the building and died. So there's no way that there's any way they can truly ever be together, even if he's in the dream world.
Michael Caine said in an interview once that he doesn't know the end, but he believes that every scene he's in is reality.
Oh,
so that was kind of because he is in the end. So and you do see their faces, so you can sort of get put that two together. My thing is like, why are the kids still the same age? Because they are
How long has he been gone in on the run for though?
They'd still grow more like the exact same.
That's a good point that I did not think of.
The same year, you know what I mean?
I think he's been gone for a couple of years.
But yeah, that is a great fuck, man.
Yeah, shit. Didn't even think of that.
Yeah, because all the time they were always to his back, and he never wanted to look at their face.
Hang on. In the dream sequence, didn't he say something about him and his wife have been there for 50 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you also have to remember the top he spins that the whole time. That's his totem, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
No, that's his wife's totem.
That's right.
The other thing I realized too.
That's why she went crazy. He touched her totem. You're not supposed to touch totems. Because that's your grip back on the reality. So with him turning her totem each time,
so
to
we don't know what his actual
I was
totem
like,
was.
I wonder if he's trying to figure out his reality. Because his ring was his totem.
Oh.
Yeah.
Holy shit, I forgot about that.
Dude, Chris, your face right now, and not even you, Chris. This Chris. he's starting to think. Yeah, this movie has so many layers.
I gotta watch this again.
Yep.
Third time.
A second
because
time.
his wife's totem in the real world would definitely make sure it would stop spinning. He could always doubt his totem, but hers in the real world would undoubtedly always stop spinning. Oh shit, bro.
It's worth watching over and over again because there's so much. Even again, like if you had told me your theory a week ago before I watched this again, I might have been on board with it because there's so much in this movie where you're like, yeah, let's go down this way. Let's think about this for a few minutes. But you're always going to learn. I learned more coming into it this time, and I've seen this movie like in the double digits.
Bro, like I never caught, no matter how many times, even at the beginning opening scene, him washing up on the beach, talking to Sato at an old age, and saying the whole thing. I recognize this from somebody who had some interesting notions. I never, and then the whole thing with him, with the young, when I was young. Oh, bro, there's so many.
By the way, yeah, that opening scene with him on the beach, and they bring him in to talk to the old Asian man whose name they don't say, of course. Again, overall full circle moment at the end where they go back to that scene, and he's like, "I'm back." I'm like, fuck. How long was Sato? So Sato's been in this place for like 50 years in purgatory, basically. I forgot what they called it because he was basically
limbo.
That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, fuck, man.
And the degrees of the times, like when you're in reality, you go down one layer. It's like, was it a week, and then it's 6 months, 10 years.
It was, every 5 minutes was an hour or something like that. So yeah, 50 years. I mean, who knows? That could have been only a month or not even. But then that's the other thing too, because
that's why Sato was so old at the end in Limbo.
Yeah,
he spent like 100 years there.
So then, in order for him to truly have saved Sato and come out, then they really had to have then waken up and be out then, because them on the plane was not a dream and that was real. So for us to have to actually have seen that,
was it?
Ooh.
Because remember, Cobb is the ultimate architect. He can create worlds. He can even create Limbo for what it was. He did create Limbo for him and his wife.
Yeah.
You know, in a way that like their memories and stuff and like what was there. And so I don't subscribe to the idea anymore. I do think he got home to his kids. I like that idea. I like the happy ending.
Mhm.
But you can play into it more and more. And there's so many like paths that you can take to be like, well, is this real? You know, did Sato make it out? Because again, it was Cobb's perspective that Sato got up and called. You know, and then he somehow just got through customs and everything. Like,
I want another one because they could so go deep into this, because then you could even go into the notion of, let's say, like when they went and found the chemist, right? Yusuf or whatever his name was, in the lair underneath with all those people sleeping. You know, it was like the guy there was like a guard, was almost like a priest of a guard, making sure they were all okay. And he tells the guy, no, they sleep to wake up. This is their reality. Who are you to tell them any different? So, like, if we get a sequel or something to this, maybe there's some type of, like, with the way the world is currently, right? And everything has to be so very true, of like, hey, if everybody dreams the same good world and dream, then maybe the world will be a better place. You know what I mean? Type deal. I think that'd be kind of cool.
fair. Yeah, I think this movie on so many levels, everything works. I love the technical aspects of it. The sound design is amazing. The editing is amazing. The fucking cinematography is brilliant. Just the idea of the stunt work and the floors that move and how it, like, it just I suggest anybody who's a fan of filmmaking and you're like this movie, watch the behind the scenes, because there are so many great elements to what went into it.
Oh,
I was
really?
gonna say we haven't talked about the action really. Particularly, what stood out to me was fucking Joseph Gordon-Levitt's hotel fights, where the hotel is spinning and he's fighting people down the hallways to try to
Oh,
get
my
back to.
But interchanged with the fucking car chases.
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
just
I love
fucking-
Tom Holland in this. The scene when they're at the warehouse with the van or whatever, he's trying to let it out. He starts shooting at the guys on the roof or whatever, right?
Did you say
And
Tom
then all
Holland?
of a sudden, Tom Holland comes out of nowhere. I must implore you to dream bigger, darling, and just pulls out his big ass grenade launcher instead of his assault rifle. It's like, you're in a video game, man. You can have whatever weapon you want. Choose your loadout.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, all aspects of this, everybody pieced together right. It was a good amount of heist team.
Here's a scene that really fucking stuck with me watching this. You're going down Leonardo DiCaprio's, he's got like his wife bunkered in his memories, which you're not supposed to use to rebuild as an architect, shit like that. You finally get to the scene where he's going to meet his wife for, was it an anniversary or something in the hotel? I don't even remember what. And then the hotel room's trashed. The wife's been going crazy because she doesn't think that's the actual reality. He gets to the window, sees her sitting on the ledge, and she's like, I sent a letter saying you drove me to this, or that you're what, I even forgot what it.
No, he killed her. He flat out.
Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and then jumps.
Like
Right.
such a great job showing
children and all this stuff.
Yeah, just a phenomenal job showing the wife going slowly insane and like build into that insanity.
You know what's wild?
And the impacts of Inception.
Like, those are memories, but her figure showing up is not a memory. It's his subconscious. It's all that is his guilt. 100%. And like, I love that they make that distinction in the movie. So you're not sitting there thinking like, oh, he just has memories over and he's no. It's his straight up guilt. And until he can get over this and forgive himself, she's there. And that's why she's so vicious to him too. It's so good.
Oh, they did.
She did such a great job on this too.
She was the one thing I didn't like, just rubbed me a little bit the wrong way about this movie. I don't know what it is about her. I did not even like her in Dark Knight Rises, because she was Thalia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I don't know. Something about her I just don't like. But
Not
at
a
the
big
same
fan of the
time,
French, are you?
huh?
Not a big fan of the French.
No, I have time to do that. I love baguettes. French onion soup, you know,
The most American French stuff we can think of.
French
Yeah.
dressing, French fries.
I really like. I really did enjoy Joseph Gordon-Levitt and him getting through just his role in the hotel where he ends up when they lose gravity. He ties all the bodies together, gets them in
Yeah,
the
pushes him in the
elevator.
elevator.
I'm like, I'm so invested into how he's gonna fucking get the kick for these people.
Yeah. And then we start putting the bombs in the elevator. On the thing.
Yeah.
You're like, oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
Just the floating, the whole night. Elliot Page deserves a lot of credit. He did a really good work in this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
and
the little moment with them on the bench when he's explaining to them like what's going on when they try to run the Mr. Charles program, and the subconscious starts to kind of look at him, and he's like, "All right, quick, give me a kiss." She kisses him, and he's just like, "It was worth the shot. We should probably leave."
Yeah, yeah, right.
No, the idea of your subconscious attacking invaders, like that was awesome too.
Biological antivirus, baby.
Yep. Oh, so everything was so good throughout.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the acting, I like, and this is one. Both of these movies, like, if you had bad acting, they're not going to work. You can't have
Yeah,
like, you need to have some really good top tier acting for this shit. This right
Not
here,
even
like,
that, it's the writing.
I agree. No. But what I'm saying though is how well that this story was told just on paper. You needed the right people to be able to bring this shit out because this was fucking phenomenal. Both these movies.
And there's a lot to keep track of, and that's what makes it so great. You know what I mean? Because if you drop the ball on any of these different things and you start to have these little holes everywhere, it builds and compounds and takes you out so much. Oh, such a great execution.
And I will say, I'm going to be doing it during the Batman movies where I'm really like trying to pay attention more, like I did with these on these runs. Like I told you guys, excuse me. Oh. Indigestion. Like I told you guys with these movies, like put down your phones, don't watch them back to back, watch them so that way you can pay attention. Do that with Interstellar and Oppenheimer too. And I think you'll find those movies really worth it as well. And yes, I agree with Grandizer. Everybody needs to see The Professional. It's an amazing movie.
I'm sitting on a nugget for Dark Knight Rises that I can't wait to get to.
I'm excited. I want to hear it.
That's the same guy that was in Ronin, right? With Robert De Niro.
Yep.
Yeah. That's
where if you haven't seen it, watch it. It's a fucking phenomenal movie. Natalie Portman, Gary Oldman.
Yeah, his name's Leon, right? Leon the Professional.
Leon the Professional. Yeah. Oh, so good. I love this movie though. Both of these movies. This is a good week for movies.
Yeah, really good week.
And really to add to that, I rewatched another movie that you guys will all enjoy, and I want to watch on the show at some point, The Nice Guys. Which remember we
have not watched that yet. We put it on the wheel years ago, and it just never hit.
It's worth it. I watched it again because I do love Kiss Kiss Bang Bang and Shane Black movies. I watched this one when it first came out in 2016, and I was like, I like it. It was good, but I didn't.
Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe, right?
Yep, I didn't give him enough credit. I watched it the other night, and I might watch it again soon because it was so friggin' good. It's so funny.
In fact, I think I put that on a wheel. It just never. I don't know which one, but it never hit.
Yeah, I believe you did because I was like that movie. I had to Google. I was like that movie cover looks really familiar.
Just do that one and another fun one. Yeah, I love these movies. Great movies. Great choices.
Same. And oh man, and honestly, going through these, like I can't wait to see. Would you say Oppenheimer? What was the other one again, Mick?
Interstellar and Oppenheimer will be in July.
Interstellar and Oppenheimer. I can't wait to see those two movies because I've never seen either one of those either. But just going through the Batman and Superman thing is going to be something that like is going to be screaming nostalgia and screaming to my childhood. Like finally, you've been wanting to do this shit for years. Finally. That's right around the freaking corner.
I will say, as we were watching these movies and seeing the scope that Christopher Nolan puts into them, and the fact that he is doing a from beginning to end total
The Odyssey.
a total version of the Odyssey, which is widely considered the most epic story of all time. I'm so excited because even those offshoot variations of the Odyssey, I always enjoyed. It's such a great story, and he's telling it exactly the way it's supposed to be told, the way it's written. I cannot wait for this. The cast looks amazing. Everything about it looks just brilliant. And I listen. I think it's going to be the movie of the year, personally. Mick goes to Albuquerque, a sci-fi. I have a best friend who lives in Albuquerque.
Tom Holland's going to have the month of his life in July between that and Spider-Man. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure he's playing Temecula's.
That's awesome.
Wait, which movie is Spider-Man?
Tom Holland, he's in the Odyssey and Spider-Man. Both in July.
The Odyssey. He's in the
Odyssey. He
Odyssey.
plays Odysseus' son.
Okay.
And you know what? I was watching a Matt Damon film the other day. And I know I've said before, I'm like, it's the Odyssey. Matt Damon. Like, why is Matt Damon doing it? I'm in. Matt Damon's just, he's so great. I love
like Matt Damon.
Stuff. So I'm excited. I watched The Martian the other day.
Okay.
And I was like, that's a dude who can legit carry a movie with no one else. He's good. He can just carry it by himself. So the Odyssey, I'm down.
Okay.
Can't take Matt Damon anywhere, though. He always has to be saved.
Well, maybe one day you'll save him.
Hey, Tom Hanks did. Fucking Jessica Chastain did. What other movies did he go missing in?
It's his thing, man. It's his thing. Everybody has to have their
Ryan's
thing.
Privates.
Technically born. He was in hiding.
Dude, we should all go to the theater to see the Odyssey and review it in August.
You guys can take me on your phone. Live stream me.
No. We'll go to our own theaters. But it would be fun. It would be fun to check it out and review it.
I mean, I'm not opposed to it.
That's the movie to go see in a theater.
Yeah.
He's shooting it for 70 millimeter. Like, go see it in theater. Trust me. Go see it in IMAX.
Yeah, those you should go see in IMAX. This.
The Odyssey starring this guy.
Yeah. That's when Kevin Hart's going to start sending in for movie roles when he doesn't feel. When they give him like a bullshit role and don't want to pay him enough.
Like Kevin Hart and cousin's son?
Moaning.
Maybe?
Kevin Hart could animate that guy and turn him into like the stinger in between shows on the LOL channel.
This guy looks like Shaquille O'Neal's social media rep.
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness, man. But I really have nothing more to say about Inception besides the fact that it's an awesome movie.
Watch it 2 or 3 times at least.
Yeah, I gotta watch. I definitely have to watch it again. I definitely have to watch both of these again. I don't know when that will be. I'm not gonna lie and say it's gonna be tomorrow because it's not. But I definitely gotta watch these 2 again. They were some excellent films, and I know there's some things that if I watched it again, I'll pick up on. I know that for a fact with these 2 movies.
I feel like the most important line in either of these movies was said at the table right after the intro where Leonardo DiCaprio sitting talking to old Sturd-O. He tells him he remembers somebody who used to carry an item like this of grand notions or unique notions. And then it cuts to them being young in a place talking about the concept of Inception, where we realize Sturd-O actually hired him to see if he was going to break into his mind to give him a job to break into somebody else's mind. But
again, they bring it full circle, man.
Yep, but the line says, what is the most infectious thing? Is it a virus? Is it a bacteria? No, it is a thought. A thought cannot be changed once it is completely in your mind. It is the hardest thing to change. So this is why people pay attention, watch this movie, and then always remember to pay attention to everything you're watching and listening to, and watch your thoughts. Make sure you're in control of your thoughts and not the things that you're watching, listening to, and people around you.
You
hear that?
Yeah. And Tenet too. I mean, again, Tenet, I'd say don't get bogged down in the inversion. That's what I did the first time, and I think a lot of people did. Just be like, okay. I mean, if we can agree to any time travel movie, there's no reason you can't just be like, okay, I got it. I got it. The phone booth is a fucking time machine. I get it. You know, just own it and go into it.
Yep. The circle spins you in reverse. That's what it is.
Yeah.
The circle spins you in reverse. But yeah, both these movies I say definitely watch them and space it out. Watch them both multiple times and dive in the comments and let us know what you guys think about these movies, because we all really, really enjoyed them. And
Inception is so crazy because I'm sorry, the whole thought thing. It's like, where does it become from? The beginning of everything. Everything in creation becomes from a thought that then leads to an action. And if we think about the whole manifestation thing that everybody's on, it's like, bro, this is why. Heed my warning. Watch this movie, enjoy it, and just go forward. Proceed.
We got to start doing these types of
we got to spin James's punishment
wheel. It is in front of you. Proceed.
Good luck. Don't die. Have fun. That was like Chris's like most.
Yo. And then go watch that movie. Watch Inception. Watch Tenet. And go watch Good Luck. Don't Die. Have fun.
We got to spin the wheel for James. I'll be right back.
I may review it in the future. Grandad.
He said he'll be right back.
I've seen Think Like a Man. I liked it.
I need Chris to be here for when this wheel is spun. He's gonna say spin the wheel for James and then leave us. I'm gonna shuffle it till he gets back and keep talking.
What's a movie like this? Let's say Inception. Is there anything in it that? Well, I mean, I gave it a 10, so I don't think so. But like, is there anything in it that like just kind of didn't land for you?
No. Honestly, everything for both these movies landed where they need to land for me. And again, I need to go back and watch them because it's just watching these movies once. It's hard to digest every single thing that's happened. And I mean, you said you watched them both multiple times. There's still some things that you're still probably haven't got to digest.
That's a sign of a great movie, though.
Agreed.
You know, Agreed. And to answer Grandizer's question. Sort of. It's not really like lucid dream. You get into the dreams. Like the dreams are very prevalent. They have to architect the whole thing. Whereas Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, which I agree with you, is like them living through glimpses of memories and like kind of running to the next memory. So again, both amazing movies. That would probably be a wild double feature. In fact, Chris, you're on this whole kick of like.
I was waiting for you. I was like, oh, I got something.
That's Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind is one of the greatest movies ever made, and this
is more of like, you know how when we focus on something, sometimes we end up getting it, whether it's a good result or a bad result. If you focus on it too much, it's kind of like that with Inception and how they plant an idea, and if you have an idea in your brain already, they play around with the idea that was already in your brain to make this person go do the thing they wanted them to do.
I think you'll like it, Grandad. Yeah. I think you'll like the movie. Tenet, I would agree with Tenet more so that's one of the ones where it's like, just feel it. Don't nitpick it. Because they kind of lay it out for you. And I think they want you to focus more on the idea of the story between the characters. Inception, you can't watch this and not, like what you're saying, Chris, is like you can't not focus on all of it. You have to be in it, but it's so pleasurable how he made this movie. You want to be. So, Eternal Sunshine is a great movie. Great movie.
Damn, and then now thinking about it too, Mick, at the end, the realization of the situation with his wife killing herself and then him having to face her in his mind and be like, oh, you're just a figment. To me, it's like, this is what people are going to go through when they go through withdrawal from like VR and shit like that. You know what I mean?
But think about it from this layer. It's his guilt. So it's even worse because like with the VR, you have to disconnect. How do you disconnect from the guilt? You have to dig deeper.
That's true. That's
so
true.
Wild. Oh boy. What do we got? What is this? Shanghai Surprise. Have fun. I'm not watching that. I don't think until we're done with this film, I don't want to miss anything.
That's all on James. He's gonna have a good time with that.
It's well worth 2.5 hours of your time because I guarantee you, if you're one of those people that likes to look at things and dive deep, like Mick was saying, Tenet has different things with symbolism, acronyms, and all this different stuff. And then Inception plays with imagery and thoughts and all. Man, you're gonna want to watch these movies several times if you're that type of person. I'm telling you.
You know what's interesting about? I'll say this as a closing thought on these movies. If you are watching this movie for the first time, watch it with somebody else for the first time as well. Talk about it, have a fun conversation, then both of you watch it again and come back and have a completely different conversation. Like, I was so fucking.
Or to add to it, watch it and then watch this episode again. And then go back and rewatch the show.
Be sure to watch us. Yes.
If you don't have somebody else, if you're one of those incel dudes, we'll be your friends. Come watch us.
Not in person.
Likes us, so I feel like that. Yeah, it's Sean Penn and Madonna in a comedy adventure movie. And that was that was the same year that he tied her to a chair and like tortured her.
Oh, wow.
It's a it's a little wild.
She may have been into it.
She probably suggested it.
I don't think that's true. You should read that story. Shanghai Surprise. He's going to
It is Madonna.
Is it going to piss him off?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, good.
I mean, he gets pissed off pretty easily. That's not making fun of him.
No. Movie-wise, yeah. Or annoyed at least. At least, if not mad, at least like really, really aggravated and annoyed.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's what, of course, you want the movie, man, and all that shit, but just, yeah.
Was it Madonna's first movie? It was 86. I don't know if it was her first movie. No, because she was in At Close Range. She was singing, and she was in Vision Quest. She sang, too. Like, not a star. She was just sort of a cameo, but I don't think that was Sir Sturdy Surprise 2020. I'm anxious to see. It's going to be so fun.
So, next week,
Back to King.
We are here.
Fantastic Voyage.
Yes, and we have not a trilogy. We have 3 movies to watch, but it's not a trilogy because it's Carrie, and Carrie from 76, 02, and 2013.
There's that many Carrie movies?
Yeah. Right. Well, here's the thing. There are 2 sequels. I did not put them because I'm only focused on King adaptations, not the sequels of King adaptations. Like, I don't want to watch Cujo 2. Fucking.
So what are we watching all 3 of those for next week?
Yeah.
Thankfully, the horror movies are normally like 80 minutes to an hour and a half.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're not super long. It'll be, honestly, watching these 3 movies will be about as long as these two we just watched this weekend. More or less, maybe a little less. But shit, man, these movies were so fucking good.
I like the original. I didn't mind the remake with Chloe. I can never remember her name.
Sevigny,
Grace, Chloe Moretz Grace, or whatever.
Moretz Grace.
She did it in like 2013. I thought she did a good job. My thing was like Sissy Spacek is a beautiful woman, but she looks weird in that first movie. Chloe Moretz Grace is a beautiful woman. She doesn't look weird in any movie. And I was like,
yeah,
it just didn't feel like it worked. I was like, she's too pretty.
Because the way they were teasing her and
and that's a big factor of it. And
I know.
I'm not saying
I have not
people
seen
don't get
any
picked on, but in this case, like, I feel like that odd look, like, because again, like, she's such a beautiful Sissy Spacek was such a she still is. I think. Listen, you got gray. I think you're hot. That's me. But Sissy Spacek back in the day, but she had a different sort of look. She, what she reminded me of with like really big eyes is Anna Taylor-Joy back in the day. Like that type. She has a look. It's very pronounced.
Yeah.
Oh, also to you, Chris, Puerto Rican Chris, Jim Carrey is coming back for the next Sonic. We were talking about that earlier.
Oh yeah. I'm excited for that.
Yeah. The cast is.
We'll see if he looks the same.
The Sonic movies are awesome.
They are, but like they have no business.
One,
they have no business stacking the cast the way they are. Like Idris Elba, Keanu Reeves, Ben Kingsley's joining this one.
It's got to be easy money for the those
Wait,
actors.
they're doing the fourth now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I haven't seen the third one yet. Yeah,
So
yeah.
Jim Carrey's back. So let me ask you this. All right. You have Keanu Reeves, Kristen Bell, Ben Schwartz, James Marsden, Ben Kingsley, Idris Elba, Nick Offerman's coming in for this one.
Nice.
And Richard Iadeo, Matt Berry. But let me ask you, who's the biggest star in it? Is it Jim Carrey, Keanu Reeves, Ben Kingsley,
Damn.
Idris Elba?
It's between Reeves and Carey, but I would have to say Carey on legacy.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
Yeah, that's a good point. I like that.
I like that too.
Yeah, fucking Carey. He was the first highest paid actor in Hollywood with $20 million. His first one ever reach it.
Yeah, and he's a physical actor as opposed to just the voice actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be that's gonna be fun. I like what they're doing with these Sonic movies, and I still say when they put out that shitty Sonic look, I still feel like they did it on purpose because you got so many people talking about it. You got the outrage, this, that, and the third. Then they had the fixed version, or they fixed it. It made so many people happy, but they put that out there for attention. They put that out,
and then they brought it out. And what movie was it where they made fun of it and they had him do an appearance?
I know what you're talking about.
It wasn't Wreck-It Ralph, was it?
No, because it was after Wreck-It Ralph. Wreck-It Ralph came out first, like a few years ago.
Was it in Pixels? He was in Pixels, I think, with Adam Sandler, where all the video games come out into the world.
No,
who was?
The ugly Sonic, the original design.
It was Rescue Rangers.
Yeah. They saw him at the Comic-Con.
Yeah, he was at the Comic-Con as Ugly Sonic. That's a funny meta movie. If anybody hasn't checked that one out, it's Andy Samberg and John Mulaney play Chip and Dale.
Yeah,
and they have to solve a murder of Monterey Jack.
Oh shit!
So it's honestly, and like it takes place in like the real world, so you have like human characters and such. But yeah, it's like what was John Mulaney plays Chip? No, it plays Dale with the fedora.
Mm-hmm.
But he got like a surgery or something that made him more CGI.
I know. Oh, I know. I saw it and I had forgotten it. Yes,
I might watch it again. It's a funny movie. It's stupid fun, and I think it's underrated personally.
Nice. I have to check that out.
I got way too excited about that.
I forgot about the ugly Sonic showing up and something else. Yeah,
it's so funny.
Ugly Sonic. But shit, I guess we can wrap this one up. Yeah. Oh, I said let you guys know what we're doing next week. So make sure you guys check out Stories from a Bar. Make sure you guys check out Worst Damn Gamer Ever. Make sure you guys check out The Scene Snobs. Make sure you guys check out Fade Theory. Make sure you guys are back here again next Saturday for the trifecta of Carrie. And then for those of you
that TV version.
And we can hear all about James's adventures in the Adirondacks meeting his grinder hookups.
And his punishment movie. So I can't wait for that.
If you see news reports of Bigfoot,
he's chasing grinder bears.
And then this Thursday, Mortuary Assistant over on Horror with Sturd-O-Vision. We're going to be tackling that at 8:00. So make sure you guys tune in for that. And thank you all for being here. But we're going to get on out of here. So thanks for popping by and peace.